Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to roast my purchases where makeup is concerned for the whole of 2018. As you'll see, I tend to buy a lot of stuff, but none of it is really expensive. I tend to buy things that are on sale. I'm not very impulsive or, one of those I gotta have it people. And I try to stay away from box sets and vaults because I know that realistically I can't use that much makeup in this one lifetime. Also, I wanted to say that I'm making this video because I'm trying to get some accountability, because I still think I'm buying way too much makeup, way too many accessories and stuff, and it's time to have a look at what I bought and what I'm using, what I'm not using, and to maybe gain some clarity for the year to come. And perhaps this will be entertaining for someone else, because I know that I like to look into other people's makeup stashes. So here goes. The first item is this glow powder. It's a powder highlighter from Essence. One of my favorite brands because it's drugstore and it's super convenient. As you can see, it's holographic as hell. Many of the things that I use and love, many of the things that I got this year were holographic. Look at this, this sparkles so nicely. And this I'm not using because, believe it or not, I'm always thinking, there's going to be a very good opportunity to use it, something festive. But like 2 weeks ago, I went to see Nightwish in concert and I put on zero makeup. Like I just wore the makeup that I had on for work. I wore it for the concert and like it was not festive at all. This is a palette that I got as part of a surprise package from a store that I usually buy my makeup from online. It's pretty neutral, pretty toned down, and I've never used it. I've just swatched the colors a bit. The mattes are and the rest are pretty interesting, but not really my colors. This again, I bought this with my own two hands. I grabbed it from the drugstore and bought it, even though I never use it. I bought it thinking that, I have blue eyes. Certainly these colors will make my eyes pop. But I never got around to using it. Because the palette itself looks pretty toned down and I'm not a toned down person. This is another holographic shine highlighter slash eyeshadow little palette. It looks like this. These are the colors and they sparkle really, really, really nicely. And this one I have used a couple of times, but not too much. Although I should have used it. This is a glitter palette from Essence, and these are glitter pastes. Actually, they're just gels with colorful glitter in suspension, and I don't feel inclined to use it. Like, I keep it because it looks good and I play with it. I sometimes take, as you can see here, I've taken some of the gels out and played with them. But it really looks messy when you apply it to the eyes, so this is not really a product that I'm using. Is someone keeping a tally? Because I want to know how many of the products that I bought I'm actually using. Woo! Also, apologies for the manly hands. I wanted to apply fake nails, but I failed miserably. This is the Solstice palette from Sleek. And as you can see from the fingerprints and on the packaging and in here, I'm using it quite a lot because it's one of my favorite highlighter palettes ever. And apparently everybody else seems to agree. Most of my makeup is from Makeup Revolution because they have an incredible color formula for their eyeshadows. I love their mattes, like their mattes are spectacular. And yeah, a lot of my palettes, if not most, are by Makeup Revolution. This is one. As you can see, it has a lot of warm tones, a lot of neutrals, and a bunch of transition colors that are amazing. And I've only dipped into it like a couple of times because, as you'll see, there's a sheer volume. This is the Flawless 3 Resurrection palette. I have used it and I love it, but until now it sat at the bottom of a drawer and I forgot about it for the better part of 2018. This is the Rich Liquid Foundation from Illamasqua. It would be nice if my camera would focus, thank you. It looks like this, and I haven't used it that much. I've only used it once to do a look that failed, also miserably. And I have decided to scrap the photos that that look produced. This is an eyeshadow, holographic again, from the Spring Summer collection from Essence, and it's got a very creamy gel-like texture, and it looks like this. It's amazing, and I think part of me is refusing to use it because I know exactly that the moment I find something that I like from this brand, they're going to make it limited edition, or they're going to say it was limited edition and never make it again. Like my favorite eyeshadow souffle from Catrice was limited edition, and they decided not to make it as a regular product. This is again a very well loved palette, the Foil Eyes from BH Cosmetics. The colors are incredible, and you know, for a budget brand, the pigment is incredible. Like, I'm not finding words. I'm also struggling to name my favorite color from this palette because I've played so much with it and it's been so nice. And it applies incredibly well with the finger, with a brush, with, I don't know, with the tip of a dick, with whatever you want it to be applied with. I mean, it would be great if my camera would also focus. Meh. It doesn't want to. I think it's time for a new camera, don't you think? This is another, the Modern Mattes palette from BH Cosmetics, and again, super nice colors, super nice color story. I think the frog green here is a bit out of place, but not if you take these colors into consideration. I mean, these are pretty strong in this formation and they jump out at you from the palette, but all in all, it's not a bad setup. And yes, I do use it. I'm a heavy makeup user, especially in the morning before going to work, because makeup makes everything a bit better and it gives me a vague illusion of control over my life and my situation. This is a fantastic palette from the chocolate series. This is the Wonder palette, Chocolate Vice. I was surprised because on the website when I bought it, first of all, it was discounted. It was severely discounted. I think they were thinking of withdrawing it or something because it was almost half the price. And it's already, you know, full price. It doesn't cost that much. So, yep. It is incredible. Especially the foil colors apply fantastically. See? It looks incredible. I think I've abused the word incredible so far, so I'm going to think of another one to use. I'm going to say absolutely fantastic, like one of my faves. Shout out in the comments if you know who I mean. This is the palette that was included in last year's advent calendar from Makeup Revolution, and oh, it looks so pretty, but I think the shape of the pans kind of puts me off. This gold is very, very nice. I'm obsessed with finding the right proper gold that's not too orange, not too yellow, not too green. It just has to be perfect. This is another palette, another big favorite. It doesn't have that many colors, but the ones that it does have are incredible. There it is. I've said it again. Holy shit. I know that Nikki Tutorials loves this brand and this palette in particular, and with good reason, because the colors in this are, wait for it, spectacular. I mean, this color alone is a good substitute for the eyeshadow souffle that was discontinued from Catrice. And for this color in itself, this palette was fully worth it. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that I tried to put fake nails on and it failed completely because the glue spilled all over my hands and my, holy shit, everything's falling, and my skin got glued together very effectively. It's like they put a tube of super glue in the container with the fake nails. And these are things that I got in a secret surprise package that you got from the website if you ordered €30 worth of Makeup Revolution. There's freedom makeup and all sorts of little things. This is a contouring palette, nothing spectacular. Never used it so far. I've also gotten this, which in itself is not a bad palette. It looks good, but you have to admit it is boring as hell. There's a brow palette that I haven't found an opportunity to use yet. It's very good. The colors are very pigmented and long-lasting on the hair and on the skin. So I might just use it in the near future. This is again something that I got as a promo action from that website. By the way, there is this one website that my best friend got me into, and it has been the cemetery of most of my disposable income for 2018, because they've always got like a promo going on, or a 2-for-1, or a 30% on this brand, or a 20% on this brand. And yes, it's really hard to resist. This also looks very cute, you have to admit. And it's got holographic pigments. Look at that. Ooh, nice. So here's the thing. The website that I used to buy perfumes from now sells other things, also makeup, beauty, skincare, not just perfumes for men and women. So I bought this palette from there. I think it's gorgeous and it's pretty inspiring. I don't use it very much before work because I think it's too ladylike and too subdued, and I love to wear super crazy looks when I go to work. Don't look at my thumbnail, it's got congealed super glue on it. That's not coming off for a couple of days. This is a Catrice sculpting palette from the Ultimate collection. This is the chrome one, and it looks like this. It's super pigmented. I haven't come around to using it yet, but it's going to get put at the top of the drawer so I can reach for it next time I'm putting makeup on. This is one of my favorite palettes. This is the Unicorn's Heart from I Heart Revolution. It looks like this. The colors are super pigmented, very nice, but they apply very shittily with the brush. However, if you apply them with the finger, you're in for a surprise. I mean, this color, seriously, It is so pretty. Pinkish undertones and holographic shine. Wow, it's right up my alley. And they're all foil and very creamy colors, so you can play with them all you want. Next is the Mermaids Forever, which again I've bought because they had a promo on the website. Same website where I bury my money. And yep, this is super pretty. Also very pigmented, applies really well. The only thing I don't like is that the pans are super tiny. You can barely dip your brush in there. Like, they could have been bigger. I could do with fewer shades, but bigger pans than like this. Because then it becomes like some precision work that I am simply not cut out for. This is the Angel Heart palette from I Heart Revolution, like the unicorn one. It's got these super nice, super bright, very pigmented reds and pinks. And I am living for these two colors. Like, wow, I have not found colors like those in any palette that I've had so far. And I mean, as far as eyeshadows go, these are two favorites. This is one of the Revolution Pro palettes. I really love it. It's again got pinks and golds and neutrals. I bought it more for the fact that I love the color story, and it's very soft, very warm at the same time, and it inspired me, and I thought I would make a lot of looks with it, but we'll see. This is a glitter paste. It's Dancing on the Milky Way Holo Glitter Topper from Essence. And it looks like this. It's pretty fabulous. I should have ordered 2 pots because this is way too small. And now for my favorite products that I use every day, that are definitely going to stay in my kit. It's this, the Dragon's Heart highlighter from I Heart Makeup. When I dip my brush in these 3 colors, it's a blush. It's a sparkly, beautiful blush. And it's also very understated, which is a quality that I appreciate in blushes and nothing else. But then again, that's me. I really like things over the top. I like them to glitter to the gods so they can be seen from outer space. This is currently my favorite foundation. I've got bigger, nicer, more expensive foundation, but this is the Conceal and Define foundation in shade 0.5 from Makeup Revolution. And I have to say, I am blown away with how good it is. It doesn't dry off my skin, it doesn't make me flake, it doesn't bring out the greasy areas on my face, it doesn't clog the pores, and it took me a while to get used to it because I always use a bit of powder on top, but I realized that with this one, even though it's a liquid formula, I don't have to set it, because if I set it, then yes, it looks like I just dipped my whole face into a bag of flour, and it's not the effect I'm going for. This is the bread and butter of my everyday looks, and you can see that the palette itself is not everyday at all, but it's definitely the most inspiring palette that I own, and it's a completely matte palette, no shimmers whatsoever in it. It's the Revolution Pro in Mischief Mattes, and you can see that it's got the most dense, it's the most used one of the ones that I've shown so far, and if you look closely, there's barely any fallout. The colors are really good, the formula is incredible, everything that I take from the pan ends up on the brush and then on my eyes. I really can't complain. And this palette is $4.99. I mean, you really can't ask for more. I mean, sure, it would be great if it was also not damaging to the skin. This is, again, the palette that I use in conjunction with the Mischief Mattes. It's the Aurora Lights from BH Cosmetics. I've seen it online. I thought it was gorgeous, so I had to have it. And I mean, I love the colors. They apply incredible with the finger. Not so stellar with the brush, but I'm not giving up. Wow, that was so pretty. Which one should I... Ooh, look at that blue. Wow. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite palettes ever, but of course I can't use it on its own because it's a foil formula and it needs something to sit on. This is my Super Size Conceal and Define concealer from Makeup Revolution. I absolutely love this formula. I also use it as a base for my eyeshadow and it works like a charm. Genuinely, I don't need anything else. I would love to try the P. Louise base because everybody's raving about it, but if I don't get to try it, I'm not missing out on much. This is the Extra Spice palette from Soph that she made with Makeup Revolution. I love the colors, and my best friend also has the bigger palette, the one with the more shades. But I thought the color story in this is so incredible, and even though it has fewer shades, they are so well planned and so well put together that the inspiration just doesn't stop. And this is again something that I reach for on the regular because the colors are so incredible and I can't find any flaws in it, any at all. So this concludes my video. Did you think that my palettes and all my products were worth it? Do you think I should cut down? I definitely think so. I realized that I buy a lot of palettes. They are my weakness because I really like being surrounded by harmonious colors and matching things and inspiring, vibrant colors, and because I don't have the budget to always replace stuff around the house or to buy myself a new wardrobe. I do it with makeup because it's affordable and easily contained up to a certain point. And I'm sorry that this video is again without my face in it. I fully intended to make a video where I talk to the camera, but I've got the mother of all zits on my face, and my mirror in the bathroom almost cracked when I walked past it, so that's gonna have to wait. Like, I know I've got skills with makeup and I know that I can conceal a lot of things, but not this. So let me know what you thought. Let me know if you are planning to buy some of the palettes that you've seen, and would you take me up on a bet? Because I would like to commit here and now to buying a lot less makeup in 2019. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will. I mean, I've got a lot of plans and I'm going to need money for them, so I guess that should be motivation enough. But again, maybe I should unfollow that website's Instagram account because they have the most incredible photos, and whenever they advertise that they've got a promo like 20% off or 30% off, I always go to the website and put stuff in my cart, and sometimes I end up buying it. But these are first world problems, and I realize that I should get over them really easily. So I hope that in 2019 I will be able to contain my gluttony for colour and pigment. So there you go. Can't wait to hear your reaction. Bye.